All right, today we're making a video review on Hyper, which is a venture capital firm. For pretty much a firm that just launched today on Product Hunt and on Twitter and all these great things. It is kind of like an accelerator, except it is better for founders. And it has a lot of interesting people involved with it. So in this video, I'm going to kind of take you through what it is, and then go through some analysis in regards to like what I think of it. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it disruptive? Whatever. So overall, you can see here, Hyper is an early stage venture firm focused on the things modern startups need most: distribution, community, mentorship, talent, and funding. All right. That's, I think the less interesting part of this paragraph. I think the interesting part is each company gets 300 grand in funding with access to Hyper's unique features, which I care less about. I really care about the funding. The reason I care about the funding is if you scroll down, that $300,000 is exchanged for 5% of a company on a safe, which means this deal is arguably, on by the numbers, like 3x or 4x better than Y Combinator's deal, just on paper, right? This is a huge deal. So take everything else that I'm about to say away. Just the fact that they're investing 300 grand at 5% in a standardized process, in like an accelerator-ish type thing. They didn't call themselves an accelerator, but it's what it feels like. That's great. Mazel tov, you solve a lot of problems right there. But let's keep going, right? So ultimately, they partner with some great firms. Obviously, Andreessen's one of the best. Sequoia is one of the best. So it seems to be like this is like the answer of the A players of like what's the future of venture capital, right? These partnerships. You got 20-minute VC, which is distribution, etc. And let's just scroll through a little bit more of how this works. The program is kind of like a membership. It comes with access to partners, experts, and mentors, plus an 8-week-long founder program designed to help startups with the things they need most. So it kind of sounds like an accelerator. Let's just make sure we cover everything. We got the terms, we got the questions. They invest in international startups. It's all very exciting. If we scroll to who's involved, I mean, some pretty impressive people. So you can see the names that scroll past them. That's the CEO of Product Hunt. The founder of Product Hunt, founder of AngelList. You can see who's involved. It's pretty cool, right? And I think the response from the tech community is that this feels like the future of venture capital. It feels disruptive. It feels great. The terms are fantastic. And, I think it's a step improvement into the right direction. But I think it pales in comparison in regards to being disruptive. Other than the terms, which are fantastic, at least better than Y Combinator's and other accelerators, there's nothing different about this. There's literally nothing different about this. They partner with firms that already have great deal flow. So the system, probably will just even close more. This will, it has the communication of, hey, like anyone can apply, but it's going to turn into just like Y Combinator, and they're going to be incentivized by what these guys are incentivized, which is, pretty much credentials. Not always, but generally. And in addition, I don't love how this is marketed, at least on Twitter and maybe a little bit on this website, as like, this huge, exciting new thing. Look, this is not new. Like how many venture firms can we go to their website and see this sentence in a different form? Distribution, community, mentorship, talent, funding. Yes, it's great. And I'm sure Hyper will be a really awesome asset for the founders that it backs. But this is not a step forward for the venture capital community. And I would argue Product Hunt and that community could have done far better than kind of have a step function improvement on what already existed. This is the Product Hunt community. This is the Product Hunt pioneered distribution for founders like no one has ever seen before. And this is their venture capital arm. It's a little upsetting to me. Because what's going to happen is, people, it's going to be great, just like all the other firms are great, but it's just going to lead to more problems in the ecosystem. And it's not going to help, fund more people that wouldn't have gotten funded otherwise. And if it does, it's at a very, 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 very small scale that will only make a difference on the order of decades, not months and not years. So, the summary of Hyper, as you can tell, I'm slightly critical of it. Overall, this is better than 90% of the things in the accelerator category, in the world, because of the people that are involved and the deal and the terms. These terms are fantastic. Other than that, I'm a little, let down by the hype that was maybe built around this, because it really is not different from any other firm. All firms have distribution, at least great firms have distribution. And if they don't, they will. And, as a founder who raises money myself, this line, the fact that this is the first line they chose is just unfortunate, because this is literally what every firm says. Are they going to be, one of the greats? We will see. But from a founder's point of view, other than the terms, which the terms are great, so you're releasing the terms, I don't think this is as big of a step for the product hunt community as they could have taken, but that's okay. We'll see where this goes. Thanks for listening to my analysis.